Okay. So, we'll do amen. God, please allow me to see the moon energy as equal as I see sun, and only allow truth and justice to pour out of my mouth, and no lies to come from my lips. Please keep me on even kilter with my higher self, and allow the message to resonate with everyone's heart. Amen. So we're going to take this from, I'm not going to say existential. Let's take this from a simpler fifth grade perspective of Blackwater etiquette. Okay. When you have technology, you have to be able to get back and forth through the system in order to be balanced from both physical, masculine and feminine aspects of external world, right? And animals can do this too. Everyone can do this. So when we address the name Amenti, the halls of Amenti, we have to understand that if we are living in a simulation, right? We're living within the Blackwater system, right? And you're living within the Blackwater system. So therefore you're living within the halls, because everything in creation comes from the darkness, comes from the halls of Amenti, right? When we try to address this simulation, computers are a part of the simulation, cell phone devices, when your phone dies, it goes to a black screen, right? It goes to black water. Melanin, even when the phone is off, reacts with the cobalt and all the other electrical sparking mechanisms in order for it to work. Melanin is the only reason your device works. You are just remnants of the dirt. You are remnants of the matrix. I wrote a poem talking about how we are just light beings looking for a womb, right? Every woman has access to her own halls. And she is allotted based on her status. She's allotted a gardener to take care of her. The more it takes to take care of that garden, the more gardeners you're going to need, right? But the rule of a gardener when you're working within a certain prism of colors, you break all the prisms of colors down, you break all the zodiacs down. They're one and the same. ABCs, as simple as that. 1, 2, 3. So I'm closing my eyes because I can see better in the dark now. So forgive me for not having direct eye contact. I tried to give as much direct eye contact to the children as I could. I am a very fascinating creature, and most of the time, looking into the eyes, you're wound up somewhere that either you wanted to be or you need to be. Because my eyes are just the portal back on the right path. Because I'm teaching the sun course. So you have to balance both. Easter bunnies. The Easter bunny. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, the egg is starting to crack. Okay, so the eyes and the iris, right? The pupils, the iris has an important significance getting you back and forth through the memory banks of the father and the mother lineage, right? So I put the father and the mother lineage within my own reality, right? So I have a red barn and I have a blue barn, right? Depending on when the kids initiated through red or blue, they come through either the red or the blue barn, right? That's in a village. When you come through the red, okay. Let's get out of that channel, baby. Let's get out of that channel. Hold on. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to tell you guys the significance about each portal. Oh, good God, you're a sweet thing. Heaven? Oh, good God, you're a sweet thing. Hell. One video. If you can get past the gates of hell, heaven, if you can get past the gates of the lower one, then you're considered a dark feminine. You don't, okay. A man who carries his feminine energy and owns that shit, that's a dangerous man. Because the only way to get through the dark course or the dark of the pupils is to go through the fucking galaxies in order to find your way back through the dark waters. To find your way back through the dark waters, you have to access the galaxy. The galaxy is in the pupil of the eye of Ra. All of it is a circle motion. Everything is in a circle, right? So, for example, oh, you're a sweet thing. Above, give you full access to the honey bank. If you were able to uncode that, that is the one for the worker bees, right? That's one for the bees that are the warriors. That's unlimited access from one video. So this is why if you catch yourself looking at it over and over, like, what the heck? It's because you're going in a loop through the um, through the honey bank. You've already had access into the honey bank, right? But you go to the bottom one, good God, you're a sweet thing. You're going through the eye of the tiger energy. You're going through the loop of the animals again. You know, the animalistic energy. Yeah. Yep, tomorrow. Yeah. So if you can make it through to get to the galaxies, go back in the loop, you got to go through from a alchemical perspective, from the blood right of all the animals. You have to start from the beginning because you're back in hell, right? You're back to an animalistic perspective within your identity. And if you haven't mastered your animals, you can't make it to the honey bank. It's an 8. It's an infinity loop. And you get there all from the eyes perspective. The eyes are the most powerful. They said the eyes are the mirror to the soul. Your eyes are the black mirror and the physical reality mirror. They're both, right? So from that one, and then you go to Sea Lion Woman. Sea Lion Woman, she drinks coffee, she drinks tea, and then go home. You gotta stop your heart rate. You gotta come down to the level of a feminine who owns her own portal and does not need you for anything. They don't need you for nothing. But they are giving you access to the honey bank. And then they speed up your heart rate. Sea Lion Woman, she drinks coffee, she drinks tea, and then goes home. Sea lion, sea lion, sea lion, a sea lion. Sea lion. We go fur like a cat. We ain't got a minute. You get it. It's all a cadence within that song. That song is about the empowerment of the portal, the empowerment of the woman who knows her own sexuality and knows her strength, knows how, but she's doing it for the necessity to, you know? Yeah, you get a little something here and there, but there's a necessity within the portal to get the men back and forth to where they need to go. What? What is you talking about? What is you talking about, Zanisha? What is you talking about? Sea lion, or the man portal, sends out energies, black holes, to pick up her children, to drop them off where they need to go because they're on the wrong path. For example, if I sent out a wife for my son, I send her off into the darkness to learn her lessons, to get her peace and all that stuff. And she's supposed to shine some sort of light for my son to see, to be like, okay, well, now you're in safety. I will get you back and forth. These are the buses. These are the buses, right? These are the ships. the motherships. Let's say you drop off your ship. The ship need maintenance, and you don't want to pay for it. Babe, I need my nails done. I ain't got no money. Go ask your mom. Check mark against the masculine or feminine. Hey, if a feminine can fucking vibe with a feminine and the feminine pull out the tools necessary, cool, so be it. However, if you didn't match with the person that was sent, you lost your spot on the ship. You lost your spot on the team. I was talking about Robin, right? I was talking about Robin Thicke the other day. I was like, dang, he used to channel so good. I went to one of Robin Thicke's concerts. I went to one of Robin Thicke's concerts. I loved him back in the day when I was young. I loved him. And I don't go to concerts very often, but that was my Robin. He sang exactly what I said to sing. So I go to Robin. I'm like, yo, I'm about to hook you up with this. I'm about to, you don't even have to sell nothing. He's like, okay. I was like, because you're very good at connecting with your spirit animal, which is a robin, right? Robins are on very, very high frequencies, and they're just like jitterbugs, back and forth. They're very good. Robins sing. All the little birdies on Jaybird Street like to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin. Girl. So I went to the concert. I was young. But it wasn't like it. So I was in the front row. I caught his towel. He signed the towel. I met him at the end to have him sign my stuff. And he was heckin' mean to me. I was like, I idolized you. I gave him a hug. And I was like, dang, you feel good. And the drummer invited me to go back, to go party with them. We're at their hotel. And he goes, no, not her. I was like, Robin, you don't remember me? So I paused time and I made him remember me. So I sent him my bus. And his wife, ex-wife now, I sent her to pick him up to bring him to where he's supposed to go. To be on the right path. Whatever happens, life, children, pandemic, panorama, grew, nigga, I don't know. And he left his wife. I was like, you can't say nothing. As soon as the ba gets in the head, yeah, and all that shit, you can't say nothing. I wanted to tell him, just hold on a little longer, like just wait it out, wait the river, She's getting so many downloads up at once, and then most of the time when you get to be a moon star or whatever, a star, fancy star, moths are attracted. They're not butterflies, nigga. They moths. Some of them are trap moths, leading straight to the motherfucking Underground Railroad that nobody wanted to be on. And niggas was just falling into destiny, leaving it up to destiny, falling off the cliff, falling. Ah! I'm like, some of those women, gaping stuff, you just fall in. I hate you. You just fell in. It was like playing Russian roulette. You know, everybody playing Russian roulette. Okay, so who got a question? What's your question? How long does a baby have to incubate in order for the what to be what? Well, every time a woman wants a child, they have to go to the mother, and I have to birth the animal. And sometimes, if you want like a very famous person, child, you gotta birth many animals. So the wealth comes from birthing the animals first and making sure that those animals make it in their habitat. Circle of life energy, right? We're dealing with the circle of life energy. So if you're dealing with the circle of life and they don't make it through the animal phase, they don't make it through the earth phase, right? Because they haven't mastered earth yet. So some women are having trouble getting conceiving because they're not focused on the right reasons of why they're conceiving. They got to go through shaman medicine, star courses, all this, because if I'm giving you one of my seeds, you got to take a class, right? And the class is going to be on how to take care of a star seed, how to take care of a moonbeam, how to take care of a fucking reptilian. It's a how to guide. So the incubation period for us is 360 days. The animal has 360 days to make it from point A to point B. If they do that, then I know this is a viable seed from the bank for father to plant. So let's just say two. So let's just say me and father are like, you know what? So and so wants a baby. And then I say, so you want to play a game? And so we initiate our contact from heaven, sun, and moon perspective to build that fire, to produce the fire to give to the kid, to give to the person who asked for the kid. All children need fire, whether they be moon or whether they be sun. They need fire. But how much wood you put on the fire is determining their position, right? Where they're coming through the father portals, for example. If you're going through the Himalayas, it's a very tight fit, right? The Himalayas is a very tight fit, so you're going to need a skinny 2.8 wand with, all of the built-in necessities of, lineage. It's a very intricate sperm situation to get certain kids from A to B on Earth. For example, if your father was a draft dodger, because we drafted all of the spiritual sons for the spiritual war. There was a spiritual draft a long time ago. I think it was back in the 60s, 70s. There was a huge draft for spiritual leaders and spirit on the spiritual side. So, we started getting the Malcolm X's and the Dick Gregory's, and we started getting, the MLK's, and, we started to get all these major players because they weren't afraid of the war. They weren't afraid of being a star and being put in star positions, right? When the father, let's talk about Pop. No, don't do it. No. You know what? Let me just finish the course question that you asked, mommy. From the womb, it's like being on a court, on a basketball court. When you're in the womb, you playing against your opponent like it's almost the same thing as playing basketball. It's almost the same thing. Or playing football or playing a sport because it's a team sport. All of the children want to raise you up to a certain position. Raise you up to a certain position so that you could rescue all of them so you could start having babies. Because enlightenment comes as a familial unit. You want to go get that? Go get him. I drank your juice, girl. I drank your juice, girl. Okay, what was I saying? Success comes as a familial unit. As a familial unit. So again, the galaxy is made up of colors. The iris is very important. The eyes are very important. You look in Oshun's eyes, blah blah blah. Anyway. So we have the teams playing for who is going to be the one to be born through that portal, right? If you have what I considered the golden pass is you've worked and maintained your spiritual integrity. You go to the front of the line, just like in Disneyland, right? And this is why a lot of the underground masonry energy, sons and stars and women and the daughters of Isis, all that, why they were going on a different path while all the other sheeps were going this way. They were just like, hold on a second. Let me try to reroute this direction because something doesn't feel right. That comes from intuition. Intuition is having a navigation system for your soul. The navigation system is your Siri, your internal sensory imagery navigation system. You were sorting out your sins, right? So if you're sorting out your sins, you look at, then you go into sloth and lust and you look into these doors. These doors, 7 doors, led you to the back end of the coding for one of the fathers. Because one of the fathers is a director of sin. Right? His dark side is a director of sin. He is navigating his seeds through the womb with his voice. So sometimes when the kids would hear things, then they would say, okay, well, I'm hearing stuff. Schizophrenia, all that other stuff. If a father's yelling at you and you hear echo, like if he's mad at you, whoa, and he barks at you because you didn't do something, that affects the psyche because you are so filled to the brink now with this energy of your father's anger, and you don't know what to do with it. So your motor functions stop working as easy. Your body temperature starts to change. The molecular molecular structure of your brain. It starts to change the chemistry. Anger changes the chemistry of water, and your thoughts are pure water. Your dark side is pure water, but it's black water, which is technically the artificial intelligence of computer chips. But much deeper than that, because you guys are very intelligent. You're basically playing Helen Keller in a play. And whoever was the best actor was the one that got the award at the end of the day. The one that forgot that as deep. Okay, what? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Shut up. Hold on. Everything that you've ever learned, shut up. Every thought in existence that you've ever had, shut it off. Drop it. Drop it out of your brain. Just drop it. Because a lot of the knowledge that has been passed on from generation to generation is just vibrations off of a seed. And if that seed is not planted in truth, you're getting all lies. But because I keep the tree with me, I have acorns always in my pocket for the squirrels. Exit. Okay, anyway. So drop everything you say, everything you think about love. Drop everything you know about twin flames. Drop all of the information and sit with your own truth. What do you really believe? What hill are you willing to die on? I am movable like water. I get a question here, I get an energy here, I get some sort of person sliding down the rainbow of my reality and coming into me, and I have to be the one to see through the veil, and correctly direct that person. But if they're full of other beliefs that they've already had, their religious values, their cis, whatever, all of that shit is just junk in the programming. Y'all gotta take it back to elementary. No labels, no tags, none of that. Just drop it. Drop everything. Drop the books, drop everything, and start telling stories. Your ancestors are coded algorithms that are your ancestors are just an algorithm of double helix. That's it. You are literally your ancestor because you're climbing up to enlightenment every decade, every couple of thousand years. You're climbing your own DNA to get to finale. And the finale's right around the corner. I've been getting the pokes and the prods and the heart shakes and the quakes and the need and the catching fire. That's how the old days was, though. When God would look them in the eye and she would do something, and the men would see it and they would just burst into flames. It just takes one look. The eyes are very important. That's how they get back, how we all get back and forth through this black hole. The internet and this technology is a black hole. And I was telling somebody yesterday, I was like, Elon Musk is the Antichrist, right? Everybody's like, no, he's not. He's a good guy. I'm like, all right. Follow him down the rabbit hole. Don't call me. I was like, follow him down the technological rabbit hole. Watch. You gonna end up in a Black Mirror episode. You gonna be stuck in a Black Mirror episode following him where he going. If you really want to be insane, follow Kanye. He batshit insane. He out of his mind. He would say anything. He was like, I love Kanye. I love me some Kanye. He really be trying to be normal, but he ain't got it in him. He ain't got it in him. He said, white lives matter. I was like, it's true. Now that we have recognized that Black Lives Matter, we also gotta balance that out on the white lives. We gotta balance it out on the white wolves, because y'all gonna start thinking that the white is bad, all bad too. Y'all get off balance. Y'all like, oh shit, I can't focus on too many things at once. Nah, balance in. Black and white lives are equal. Everybody's equal. Animals, equal. Shit. Cats, equal. Greater than. Y'all know my motherfucking cats. I'm like, don't look. The eye of a cat is a marble. A marble is into another universe. They're just walking manifestation of dirt, and their eyes are recorders. The eyes record and send everything back to the mother. The dogs be the same for the dog star, for the father. Everything you say, everything you do will be held against you in a court of law. Everything. The animals are smart. Y'all fucking don't even know. I went to the zoo the other day. Bruh. I got so nervous at the zoo. Oh my gosh. So I was at the zoo. I can't say it too loud. Let me be quiet. But I started seeing stuff at the zoo walking around. I was like, get me out of here. It was like being in cartoon land. I was like, it literally is like being in a cartoon when you at the zoo. Okay, I'll tell you one story. So there was this big old snake. It was a big old boa constrictor. I don't remember what it was, but he was turning his back towards the door or towards the window so nobody could see him. And as he was turning around and he was going in his hole, I was like, come back here. I was trying to talk to you. The snake turned around, faced me. So I ran over there because he turned his back, and I was like, you know what? Forget you. And the little girl goes, he turned around. And I went back in, and the snake was staring at me. I was like, I talked to him in Parseltongue, like Harry Potter. I talked to him in Possible Tale like Harry Potter, and that little girl and that little boy looked at me like this. I brought one of my crystals with me to the zoo. I got all the looking zoos. I'm already on the ship. I don't even care what y'all say. Anyway, the importance of the eyes. It's very important. It's very fucking important. Your eyes are holy. Your eyes are holy, and if you aren't on the father's past the father's moon course, certain eyes are restricted. You know, much like they tried to do with like X energy. You know, it's restricted. You can't see behind the veil on that perspective until you pass the moon course. But it's a lot. It's a lot of just I had to explain why people are on this loop right now. It's like the men are being real quiet right now. Why? What's going on in the head? They're catching fire. There has been a dry, muggy, fiery situation in Washington. I told Oshun energy, you know, that exists within this matrix. I told her, I was like, yo, we need to figure out what we're gonna do with these sons. Cause she keeps birthing. And I'm like, I don't know where to put them. I was like, I don't know where the fuck to put them. Come here, mommy. You don't have to hold her. What is that, candy? Why is your diaper so fluffy? I know. Oh. Spider girl. Oh. Spider girl does whatever the spider girl does. So I keep telling Oshun, I was like, you gonna have to slow your roll, kitty. I was like, you gonna have to slow your roll. You can't have too many. You can't. I have. What? Slow your roll. Where you going? I had to say slow your roll. She keeps falling in love and producing children. And she does it in the dark. I know, I'm gonna get to it. She falls in love very easily. And so it's been very difficult because her latest fascination has lasted almost 10 years. That obsession with that one name. What's his name? I forgot. They keep producing kids, and it's hard. It's hard because now the sun is hot as fuck out here. I'm like putting it back into the bank because the sun in the area is the bank of the river where you ask for what you need to be delivered. So on the other side, you have to send an offering and then it'll rain on your parade. Oh my gosh. Okay, where was I? Okay, so when the animals, you guys, at the zoo, they're so sad. So I was at the zoo and I saw a Timon, Timon and Pumbaa, a Timon warthog. And I was like, "Hey, it's me." Because I have my crystal on me, which allows me to talk through the crystal to the animal's frequency. It's a Peter sight. Peter sight allows me to talk to the animals. Well, if you can access Peter sight, is hard to access the actual uh, intellectual property inside of it. You can't. You can't technically copy Peter sight. You can't really do it. So I was like, "Hey, it's me, Simba." I was making a joke, and the freaking warhog started running around the whole lake enclosure, and she's here, guys. Isis came for us. I had so many strange interactions at the zoo with the animals. It was wild. I told the hippo to get out of the water because she was deep in the water, and the hippo got out of the water. Did you? No one really. I mean, I was so shocked. I was talking to the animals, and it was like responding. And the monkeys, I was like, "You guys, I can't see you. You have to come closer." And the monkeys came closer. Oh my god, it was wild. What other ones? The tiger did the same thing. Um, I didn't see that many, but I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, am I Snow White too? Am I also Snow White? I'm Z White. I'm Z White. Um, so after the class, okay, sun course. Let's go. Okay, you ready? All right, so I'm gonna do a pop quiz. And see if you guys got the gist of this communication. If I didn't do my job, then tomorrow I will know it because it will be raining instead of sunlight. So let's start the quiz. I mentioned the halls of Amenti. What would you sum up the what would you sum up what the halls are? You can break it down into category and talk about from an individual feminine perspective, or you can go wide and talk about it from the mother's perspective. Either way, you'll end on the same line. Sea lion woman. Okay. Sea lion woman. Sea lion woman. Question. Got it? Question number 2. When you're at the crossroads, so this is on the class from a physical perspective when the star seeds came to the apartment. If your soul came to the apartment, your soul will have the answer for your physical body. So this is meant for just the black souls, not meant for the physical reality until you figure out what the black soul is saying. Okay? So at the crossroads, what are the 3 singers or the 3 items that are people energies that you have to pass through to get to the Father. So easy because the Father is one. All right. Next course. When you are in infinity and you have access to heaven, do you go to hell? Do you go to the dark side? And if you wanted to go through the dark side, where would you go through? So that's a two-part question. Two-part question. All right. And the next question, I'm going to make it one more question after this, and then the test will be up. Based on tomorrow's sign, I will also your familial animals will be able to give you the animal codes and the animal course if you need additional chapters to read on, because I just do overview. If you want to dig deep into a book or whatever, even though I said drop your knowledge and you want to verify, you want to be verified on TikTok, go ahead. I don't verify nothing. That's their way of making them seem like they is important. I don't verify. All right, next question. The next question is going to be more of an analytical question when it comes to numbers and numerology. So come up with your best breakdown scale of this numerology then we're going to go through. So if a Menti is in the eyes, Tiamat is where? If a Menti is in the eyes, Tiamat is where? All right. All right. Last question, and then we are going to break and see you guys in the dark course when we sleep. Please study the stars tonight. If you are in an area with stars, please look at the stars. I want you to detail what constellation is underneath your head. Okay? Because that may be an extra credit spiritual thing, and Oshun will be able to provide you with a blessing of your choice if you can get the bonus question of the stars over your head. Okay, so final question is going to be on the animals. So I will say one thing: if the animals are free, so are you. When the animals have their freedom, so will you. That's a very huge key. But let me ask the question. So if you go through the genetics of birds, so this is just going to highlight the question and bring it to focus. If you go through the bird, because everyone is a bird already too. This one is going to be a different. Yeah, I like this one. This is going to be the last one. This is going to be a thinker. This one is going to be a essay energy question that I'm going to get from all of the kids because I'm obsessed on this one. If you were a bird, what bird would you be and why? If you were a bird, what bird would you be and why? What bird would you study and B and Y. So that one is going to be an easy plus for you guys. And if you can knock and send me your bird, which I already got the bluebird, 2 bluebirds, mother, father. If you can knock and send me your bird, I will knock back and send you a gift. But first, I have to read the essay of what kind of bird would you be and why. Okay, guys, so when we do the numbers, since we are out of the Virgo season, leaving Leo season, should we? No. Aries. No. We're not. Let's not do that one. You can ask your fathers for help. Like if you say, dear father, what are the best birds, or you have any information on birds or anything like that. And I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I'm going to gift the top answers with their own birds. I'm going to make them a bird that they can use, because birds are just spy drones. Okay, so this is going to be considered 82%, which is a 10, 82% of your final grade, just one test, because we're bringing the learning from the higher realms to the lower realms, okay? And we're putting it together. Utilize your soul, your dark soul and your light soul equally. And then use your animal spirits, use your dolls, your cats, your dogs. Make sure that you are verifying your answers. Because if it's whack, I'm going to tell you it's whack. All right. I think we got everything. Someone said, I want you to talk about Tupac. $57, $57, $33. I loved him like a brother. And I still do. I don't think I want to talk about it. I don't, because then you want to get into Biggie stuff, and then Pac, and then we got to get into Nas, and then we got to get into XXX Tentacion. We got to maneuver and weave through the frequencies, and I don't feel like doing that tonight. I'm tired. But I'll talk about it one time. I'll say one thing. I keep getting his energy in my peripheral vision. He's like Marvin the Martian. He's like Marvin the Martian. Mimi. Get out of here. He's back. He's back. Everybody gonna be like, you're crazy. We'll see. I ain't got nothing else to say. That's it. Anyway, so we're working in the. Okay. Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on now. Okay, hold on. All right. All right, hold on. Imagine being in all places at once, like water, and you could hear like a dolphin, like vibrations through. But if you don't know how to read the vibrations, you're considered deaf. You know, you can't. It's very strange. Okay, I'm gonna be done. So, I'm done. I'm getting off. No $50 boobies. Okay, I'm done. Good luck on the course tonight, guys. Um, Make sure to utilize your not children. Make sure to think hard about the last question. That was very important to me. I might give you an extra grade if you come up with a really clever original thought. That's it. Bye.